Hi, I'm Tori from BMPRO, and today I'm showing you a custom build that was done using some of our products, specifically for a tradie, a carpenter, who also full drives and camps on the weekend as well. So there's a few sort of specific things here. So under here we have two AGM batteries, and they're connected into a ProBoost 40, which will charge the batteries from the alternator while the car is running. This is pretty ideal for a tradie who does a commute to and from the work site every day. And we also have a ChargeMonitor500 just to offer some basic monitoring of the status of the battery or the state of charge of the battery. So the primary use for this is to run a fridge, which we have here. And that allows our customer to keep their drinks and their lunch cold all through the day. We recommended installing additional batteries. So this actually has two batteries, which is more than most of these setups have, because this customer also likes to go full driving and camping on the weekend. So they are required to power that fridge off grid for a few days at a time. Because this setup gets most of its charge from the auxiliary or the alternator of the vehicle, we do have a solar input here that can be used to plug in portable solar panels if the customer feels like they need a little bit of extra boost. If they notice that the battery level is getting a bit low though, they can also use an AC/DC charger, which is good for plugging it in at the end of the weekend when their batteries are a little bit depleted, just to top that up again. So one of the really important things about these sorts of installations is the fusing and protection. Here we have fusing for the solar and the auxiliary, and also the main two large outputs, or the Anderson outputs. And we also have the smaller fusing, which are the blade fuses, which are fusing for these smaller outputs here. This is our main circuit breaker, so that controls the power to and from the batteries. If anything goes wrong, pretty easy to hit that. It is a current protected device, so it will switch automatically. This is the ChargeMonitor500, which is a newer product from BMPRO. You'll notice that the screen is currently not lit up. This is to conserve power, and any button you push will light the backlight again and show the parameter on the screen. To get through the different parameters it measures, it's as simple as pushing the across button and it scrolls through everything. Setting the battery capacity is really easy. You scroll across to the amp hours setting, press and hold the set button, and then adjust your amp hours up. Remember that this should be the effective capacity of the battery, or the usable capacity of the battery bank, which is not the rated capacity. So for instance, I have 210 amp hours of AGM batteries here, but we know we can only use maximum about 60%. So I'm going to set this to 130 amp hours, as that is the most likely effective capacity for this battery bank. To confirm, you simply just press set again, and it will save the settings. Here we have the Battery Charge 25, which is a 25 amp AC/DC charger suitable for multiple battery chemistries. In this case, we'll be using it with AGM. And in this installation, these Anderson plugs are connected directly to the battery, so it's as simple as plugging that in, powering this up, and it'll top those batteries up in no time. It's also important to have a proper fusing at the battery as well if you're connecting a DC/DC charger. We recommend MIDI fuses because they offer a really good tight connection, and they're easy to replace fuses if anything goes wrong. You might have noticed there's a second Anderson plug installed at the tow bar. This is so when the caravan is connected, power can run here from the starter battery and power another DC/DC charger that's in the caravan, specifically for charging the house batteries in the caravan. So this is just one example of how our products can be used in a four-wheel drive setup. If you have any other questions or would like some information on setting up your own four-wheel drive, please contact our customer service.